What's up, you guys? DanTheBeast 94 here, coming back at you with another installment of Q&As with DanTheBeast 94. That's me. So I have about 8 questions for you guys. Sorry if I haven't been posting that much videos, but I've been just trying to think of new ideas for the channel, other things, hoping that they might work. But as you guys know, I'm a work in progress. And I've only been on YouTube since January, so it's only been about 5 months into 2020. And speaking of 2020, this year needs a do-over, needs a restart. If anybody can hit the reset button on their N64, be much appreciated. You know, lend me your power. Start this year off right again. But before I start this video, make sure you hit that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section down below, especially if you guys have questions for me that you would like me to answer for next week's Q&A. And it could be anything in particular. And I'll be happy to answer them for you guys. And subscribe to my channel, especially if you're watching my channel and you're not subscribed. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Please. Please. But anyway, let's get on with the first question here. From one of my new subscribers, Steve the Legend. One of his first questions was, favorite song? Boy, I have a lot of favorite songs. I have a lot of favorite musicians. One in particular would be like Alice in Chains, Queen, Metallica, at least on the rock side of things. And then we go into like rappers. I like listening to G-Eazy, Dr. Dre, Eazy, Ice Cube. Yeah, you know, not a big variety, but I mean, you guys have seen my CDs in last week's Q&A. But one of my favorite songs of all time, something I always go back to, is Wood by Alice in Chains. Definitely one of those songs I would go to the bar to and sing karaoke for, because I like to sing sometimes. Not publicly, but if I'm in the right state of mind and you see me doing karaoke, then it's a rap. But it's not, because it's a rock song. So next question, favorite food. When it comes to favorite food, I'm really high when it comes to like protein, so like mostly like chicken products. I definitely love my chicken breast, chicken wings and stuff like that. Depends on how it's made and everything. I definitely love some barbecue. Definitely love some baked beans and macaroni and cheese. Ribs, sprinkle it on with some brown sugar and some honey. Fuego. And then the final question from Steve the Legend is, favorite wrestler of all time? Favorite wrestler of all time, this will always be my answer, and that's Owen Hart. If you guys haven't checked yesterday's video on my top 5 Owen Hart matches, would have been his 55th birthday yesterday. Check it out, guys. Speaking of Owen Hart, my next question is from G. Kramer. If Owen Hart was still alive, what would he be doing? Now, I did discuss this a little bit in my video yesterday. I think if he was still alive by I think by like the end of '99, I think he might have been out of the WWE. I'm not sure. Really all depends on what the length of his contract was at that time. Hopefully that's discussed in the Dark Side of the Ring. But I know around that time he was looking, him and his wife were ready to settle into their new dream home with their kids. I know around that time I think he wanted to retire and go into the fire department. But if I had other speculations on what he might have done if he were to live, I think he might have left WWE. I think he might have would have went back to New Japan for a little bit before settling down. Especially around this age, he would have turned 55 yesterday, so I think he would have been ready to settle down by this point. I think he would have made a good performance center trainer. Definitely a good trainer. Maybe pick up something out of his father's playbook. create his own dungeon or academy or something. Like Rocket Academy, Blackheart Academy. That would have been cool. Or I could have saw him as a color commentator. If you guys ain't aware of Owen's color commentary skills, watch the 1996 King of the Ring. Very, very good stuff. Maybe he could have still been wrestling. Something I did mention yesterday were some like dream opponents. So I'm just gonna name them off the back. I could have really saw him face maybe like Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit. Who else? Maybe Eddie Guerrero. Today's age, maybe AJ Styles, Johnny Gargano. Blackheart versus Rebel Heart, or Blackheart versus Blackheart. Tommaso Ciampa versus Owen Hart. Imagine that. I would have killed to see Owen versus William Regal. That would have been a barn burner. Alright, so let's go on to the last set of questions here. Last 3 questions are by MarkBoy316. So, first question he asked me is, who are some wrestlers you think should have gotten the DVD treatment? Oh, so what he means by that, guys, is like documentaries, compilation sets of that matter. Oh, man. Definitely Booker T. I know he said that for an example. I would have loved a Booker T set, especially into his early years, going into Harlem Heat, his singles career. Definitely would have loved a documentary out of that. Another one off the top of my head, I'd probably say is British Bulldog. A guy who's very, very unrecognized nowadays, who ain't really mentioned much. Along with the Dynamite Kid. That would have been cool, British Bulldogs documentary. I know Dynamite Kid got a documentary on High Spots. Might be looking to purchase that soon. Not sure if I want the regular set or the autograph set, because the autograph set's like another 25, so probably like $40. Really tempted about that. But Bulldog definitely should have got a compilation, but I felt like Bulldog was talked about so much, I don't really think they really need any more material or a set just to explain who the Bulldog was, because you could check that out a lot on the Heart and Soul DVD. I really can't think of anybody else who would have gotten a nice DVD set. Maybe Goldust, maybe Dustin Rhodes. That would have been nice. Nice little documentary about Dustin, how he got into his wrestling. Basically the downfall between him and his father during the 90s, and then, just some of his problems in life, That would have been a nice set around like 2013, 2014. Rick Rude, another name. Yeah, that's definitely all I could think of at the moment. Let me see. Next question he asked me, at the moment, what is your favorite wrestling to watch? Either TV or DVDs, WWE, Ring of Honor, PWG. I've been watching a little bit of All Elite Wrestling every week, just because it's different and just because it's something that's not WWE. Nothing against WWE, but I want to explore my wrestling surroundings. Just like those guys who grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, when they were able to switch back and forth between WCW and WWE, especially during the Monday Night Wars. But, that was going on for a little bit earlier in the decade, obviously, when we had TNA go to Monday nights, just to see how it was, but we already know how that went. I've been watching a little bit of AEW. I'm starting to get into a lot of Ring of Honor again. I just made a big purchase coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. And I've been getting into like a lot of that, watching some old ECW stuff, a lot of stuff on the WWE Network. I've been going back to like Raws from 1998, just to see how the Attitude Era, launched and catapulted after WrestleMania 14. And every week I've been tuning in to Dark Side of the Ring, which has been really, really fucking good. Can't wait for the Owen Hart episode. And I think the Road Warriors episode is coming up this week, so that's something I'm really looking forward to. And final question by Mark Boy. How long have you been collecting wrestling DVDs? On a consistent basis, as of today, I want to say about maybe like 5 years, maybe 5 or 6. But I was collecting DVDs beforehand, but it was always on and off. I didn't really take good care of my DVDs when I was younger. I would just have like my mini stack, and that was it. And if I didn't want them no more, I got them away. Then I would get tempted again, buy more. But starting a few years back, I really started to get real serious into collecting again. And as you guys see now with this nice, beautiful collection I have here, I think I'm definitely due for a collection update. So hopefully that should be coming soon. But yeah, DVDs always been on and off for me. But I think now we're good. They ain't going nowhere, whether I got the network or not. But that does it for today's videos, guys. Should have another video coming up soon. I want to say about Monday, unless I have something else come up. It's a big video, very big video. Probably one of the biggest videos I'll be doing for this channel. So that about does it here for today's video, guys. Like I said, hit that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section down below, especially if you have questions for me. And hit that subscribe button, especially if you're watching my channel. What are you doing? So, as always, guys, DanTheBeast 94 signing off.